Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. Welcome back to Tower Simulator with Tower Companion. Trying to get that cargo thing finally dealt with. So I am actually going ahead and running a schedule because I saw there's going to be a good amount of cargo here. Um, 2/3 of the flights are cargo flights. All right, so the settings we've got, again, I mimic the live settings because I try to do live weather when I'm doing these as well. So departures or arrivals are on 36 left, 36 right. Departures are going on all runways. Okay, we are here. Again, this will be a pretty quiet time. I've not done Memphis before. I've also got another... I'm going to take another look at another airport, but we'll cover that next time. But I was going to do that, but then I was like, well, let me do this because I really want to get the cargo done. But you can see, this is really the terminal. Like, Memphis is not a big airport, which I wouldn't expect. So we've got, what, 4 planes? Now, again, it's morning. It is 9 a.m. or 8 a.m., I'm sorry, because they're in Central Time. So 8:14.
Memphis ground, southwest 2332 with information Lima. Requesting push and start.
Southwest 2342, pushback approved. Expect runway 36 center.
Pushback approved.
So the runways here are kind of visible, but if you look at all this concrete or whatever we have, it's a weird looking airport to me. I don't know why. And then over here we have the FedEx hub, so that's why there's so much cargo, because they are a giant FedEx resource. So I would expect we're going to see several of those planes. Yeah, I can see 6 of them on my schedule as it sits, but I think they're all arriving in the morning. Everything else has left. If you looked at the chart when I was building the schedule that I did share, which normally I don't show a lot of, because I don't know how interesting it is to people. I mean, if it's something you'd like to see so that you kind of see the mix, it looks like between 3 a.m. is the sweet spot, and that's where a lot of the flights, I think, leave. There's a huge spike
Memphis
in
Tower,
cargo.
UPS 7803 heavy on final 36 left.
UPS 7803 heavy, runway 36 left, cleared to land. So yeah, we've got that. We're
left,
looking at where I think
UPS
the planes would
7803
sit.
heavy.
So I think that's where they'll go. Then we've got kind of a look over at the runway as we're approaching, and that's kind of the views I've set up at this point. I just don't know that it needs a whole lot more than that.
Memphis ground, southwest 2332 ready to taxi.
Southwest 2342, runway 36 center, line up and wait.
Runway 36 center, line up and wait. Southwest 2332.
So, not a challenging airport to operate out of, for sure. If I head back in here, just trying to see, I'm not sure. Whoops. I think I've got things set pretty quickly to move pretty fast. So, if we kind of set our screens over here, kind of forget, there we go. So you just click on them and then they turn on. So if you're ever wondering, that is the secret. Like, if you want to be like, all right, I'm a controller here. Now, that's the problem, is you got all that kind of fun. I'm not sure if we head up this way that this is any... No, I don't. I think this is worse. So we'll stay... Whoa. Yeah, they really have this turned up pretty fast. But yeah, there's just not much if we, again, pull it. Now, this is an interesting map because, yeah, this is created, this airport was created by the Zap team. This is the first one I've seen of these. But yeah, this appears to be pretty significant for how it works. Now 3-6 center, so you can see where he's headed. Yeah, I'm trying to recall. There was a way to
Memphis Tower,
center,
5066
center
heavy
button.
on final 36 right.
Let's see. What did it do? It like messed everything up. I don't understand that. Okay. FedEx 5066 heavy, runway 36 right, cleared to land. Alright, well, while we're playing around, I'm going to get everything kind of reset. So I think what I've discovered is it probably does things based on relative position from my viewing station. Delta 362 pushback approved. Expect runway 36 center. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of get everything reset here. So that's kind of what we had. And then I think I just turned over this way. Because, yeah, I think because I changed my viewing stations, I think it, like, completely botched up everything else. Because, yeah, now it's... So I think it's relative to where we were. Because, again, you hit F2, 3, and 4 to get to the screens, and I think it was kind of related to that. Whoops, so yeah, so he's coming in this way. He's going to go that way. Just muted a little bit more than I wanted to be. Trying to get things set up because I've got a little bit of a cough still this morning.
Memphis ground. Delta 362 ready to taxi.
Delta 362, runway 36 center, line up and wait. Southwest 2342, runway 36 center, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. So there were two missing liveries we had on
line up and wait. Delta 362.
On the cargo. So there's some we are missing.
Reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. Southwest 2332.
Right. But clearly it's a bit of a foggy day. UPS 7803 heavy, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal. UPS 7803 heavy.
Well, I assume...
Memphis Tower, FedEx 6010 heavy on final 36 left.
Interesting. So, oh, okay, they're going up here, I assume. Oh, wait a minute. Where are they? Oh, okay. Ah, well, I had no idea. Well, and UPS wouldn't be at the FedEx hub. So that's not unexpected, but I don't know that I knew that there was a UPS. Yeah, it just says ramp, but it doesn't really say, hey, Southwest. It doesn't really show that, but yeah, we're going to have to cross some runways, so... FedEx 6010 heavy, runway 36 left, cleared to land.
Runway 36 left, cleared to land. FedEx 6010 heavy.
So, because it's quieter, we can kind of run things a little bit more reasonably. But just getting familiar. So I don't know if the Mississippi River's out there. Memphis
Tower.
is
FedEx
over.
694 Heavy on final 36 right.
So now you can see we're all coming in. FedEx 694 Heavy, runway 36 right, cleared to land.
Runway 36 right, cleared to land. FedEx 694 Heavy.
So we have one of 21 handled right now. Probably can get this Delta off. We'll take a look. But the FedEx, I would assume, will land, and then we'll, you know, head out this way and go on up. But we're going to have to cross runway 27 as well. Delta 362, runway 36 center, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Runway 36 center, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 500.
So yeah,
Contact departure.
I would
Delta
guess
362.
this airport makes most of its money from cargo. Yeah, this is like really old school looking, is how the feel I'm getting for that. But yeah, because the UPS, I think, will turn here in the meantime. FedEx 5066 Heavy, taxi to terminal. Alright, so he's going to exit
Taxi to
there, and
terminal.
then I assume
FedEx 5066
go
Heavy.
there, but his taxi path isn't lighting up until he's, like, fully exited. Oh, no, he's not crossing here. Well, he's actually probably not crossing till about here, so he may go a little ways. But there we go. Alright, so he's going there. Alright, and then over to the building. So if we kind of pop over here, I mean, he's really going over somewhere. He may be going around the back, because it kind of looks that way. But yeah, challenges don't count. I did a challenge the other day. Right, so Delta 362. I hear him. He just... Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Interesting. Oh, there he is. Okay. Because, yeah, the Southwest is out there. But yeah, there's one FedEx that's coming into land. It's coming out of Honolulu, or Anchorage, Alaska, I'm sorry. This is Papa Alpha November Charlie. UPS 7803 Heavy, cross runway 36 center.
Cross runway 36 center. UPS 7803 Heavy.
So there's nothing scheduled yet. We're going to have an arrival 8:28, which is about a minute from now. But again, that'll be out at the edge. And then we have a GA aircraft leaving, then an American at 8:37, so about 10 minutes from now. And then the United at 8:45, which is going to be about half an hour. Now we do have a Delta coming in, but yeah, all the arrivals right now are, other than that, are cargo, so right now we have 2 of 21, whoops. FedEx 5066 Heavy, cross runway 27. So we're going to get a little bit of a delay there.
Cross runway 27. FedEx 5066 Heavy.
Oh, it actually didn't give me a delay, which is nice, but... UPS 7803 Heavy, cross runway 36 right. I mean, again, they'll be exiting before then,
right.
and
UPS 7803
he can
Heavy.
be on his way to parking. FedEx 6010 Heavy, taxi to terminal. Now there we're going to get, now we got a 6-second delay.
Heavy.
So I'm assuming he's going to turn, but maybe not. Yeah, I don't see any arrows over here. So yeah, that FedEx hasn't even landed, but he's going to come in and go and park. And FedEx 6010 heavy, cross runway 27.
Cross runway 27.
So
FedEx
he'll be
6010
coming
heavy.
over here and then going down the same line. Again, I can't tell. Just hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. But yeah, there's another FedEx that has appeared, as I said. And then the exec jet is going to call in about 30 seconds, so I don't know where GA is. FedEx 694 heavy. Taxi to terminal, cross runway 27. Because yeah, we're not using that, so we can
cross
just...
runway 27.
Right, so
FedEx
he is going
694 heavy.
over here, which is where I figured there were some. So I think they'll be clear of each other. Because yeah, he's going to cross, so it's basically here that they're...
Information Lima, requesting push and start.
Oh, see, like in the building? Exec jet 839. Pushback approved. Expect runway 36 center. Yeah.
Pushback approved. Expect
Looks
runway
like
36
it.
center. Exec jet 83 Nina.
Memphis Tower. FedEx 476 heavy on final 36 left.
FedEx 476 heavy, runway 36 left, cleared to land. Alright, so the UPS is done.
Runway 36 left. Clear to land. FedEx 476 heavy.
Alright, so FedEx... Yeah, we'll turn there. I'll have to keep an eye on them, I guess. Just make sure there isn't gonna be a conflict, but hopefully, since he's just going straight, he'll just go. Right, is he coming out? Yep. So, building's not cleared, but it's kind of interesting. Where's that one? Alright, he's going around. Like I said, pretty sure he's around the back. I think this other one may be as well. That windsock looks like it's sticking straight out, but I don't think they actually work. So, yeah, we're good here. He'll be across. That's a big one. Is that the one from... Yeah, that's the one from Alaska. So, it's a 7-7... Well, they're both... Well, 5066 was a 7-7 freighter.
Memphis
The other one's a 7.
Exec jet 83 Nina ready for taxi.
Exec jet 839er, runway 36 center, line up and wait.
Runway 36 center, line up and wait. Exec jet 83 Nina.
Okay, he's still going around. So we're still 3 of 21. Again, we have 2 approaching. There will be a Delta and a FedEx right now is what I'm seeing. And then we're going to have an American call in about 5 minutes. So not much in the way of anything right now. But yeah, I think we had 2 GA aircraft. I see the other one coming up on my schedule at 9. So this exec jet is heading to, I don't know where. It's Kilo Delta Zulu Bravo. Not coming up with a name, so maybe it's some little local airport or something. I don't know. But the other GA that we have on the schedule that I can see is going to Raleigh. So... not a short flight from Memphis, because you got to go all the way across Tennessee and all that, but... Right, 4 of 21, so the one... Okay, I see where he went. So he's there. But yeah, we have 4 of 21 done. Yeah, he's really going out to the edges, but... we're going to put them where they need to put them, right? So 3 more FedEx planes, 4 more actually, beyond the ones we see already. And I'm sure there'll be more. But there must be a big arrival window at some point. Because again, it was, I think, 8:14 to, obviously, then 9:14, and I can see to 9:03 already. Yeah, that is a long taxi for that exec jet. Is he turning? Oh, I see, because it won't go.
11:39 and final 36 right.
Delta 1149, runway 36 right, cleared to land.
Runway 36 right, clear to land. Delta 11:39.
And both them and FedEx were together. There you go.
Memphis Tower, FedEx 1585 on final 36 left.
FedEx 1585, runway 36 left, clear to land. Alright, so this one should be done.
Runway 36 left, clear to land. FedEx 1585.
Yeah, I'm like, he's not even at the end of the building yet. So, one FedEx is coming in from Raleigh, the Delta's going to Atlanta, or coming from Atlanta, and the other FedEx coming from Des Moines. So, packages from everywhere. You know, and that's where sometimes, but it's the reality of the airports. I mean, if you're doing a real schedule, there are just some airports that aren't as busy as other airports, so... So this would not be a massive challenge for, you know, I can't imagine that a major airport, though, is staffed with just a controller. But, like, to me, that, like, a controller could handle all of this. Even though we're not quite given real commands right now and all of that. See, I'm wondering if that's our other GA, it may be. It's a C... Charlie 510 is the aircraft type. So, I think it's a Cessna. FedEx 476 Heavy, taxi to terminal, cross runway 27.
Taxi to terminal, cross runway 27, FedEx 476 Heavy.
Alright, well, he's going up front here versus that one going... Because, yeah, this one's even in a difference, so I think he's going to park on the side. Because I believe the one over there went that route, so I think there's 2 different ways to taxi there. But yeah, we're at 5 of 21, and he's slowing down. Yep, there we go. So I think he's going to turn and park, and then you've got basically all of these containers waiting for these planes. So that's what he's pulling up to, a pile of containers.
Memphis ground, American 1846
go.
with information Lima, requesting push and start.
American 1846, pushback approved, expect runway 36 center. American 1846, pushback approved, expect runway 36 center. Not sure why it didn't catch it the first time.
Pushback approved, expect runway 36 center. American 1846.
Right, so we do have another FedEx approaching. Again, we don't have another plane leaving for 7 or 8 more minutes, but obviously we'll have these others taxiing, getting there, so forth. Kind of waiting until they're turning onto the runway, like I said. I mean, since we're slower, we're going to take the opportunity to be a little bit more realistic in our operations than we usually are. Yeah, I don't know if this is just a staging area, but clearly that's not going to fit on one plane. So that's an interesting layout, but maybe that's like staging for everything, and it's like, okay, once the planes show up, arrive, get loaded, and leave, then they move these out, and then, you know, they bring the others in, and that's how stuff works. So let's go back over here, because we really haven't been watching the terminal, but that United is, you can see it's lit up. It's the only one we've got. But we have 6 of 21 now, so not quite. One more plane, like when this exec jet takes off, will be good. So now that he's turning, I'm going to give him clearance. Exec jet 839, runway 36 center, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Runway 36 center, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 500, contact departure. Exec jet 839.
Right, so I see 2
Memphis ground.
FedExes.
American 1846 ready to taxi.
American 1846, runway 36 center, line up and wait.
Runway 36 center, line up and wait. American 1846.
Memphis Tower, FedEx 830 heavy on final 36 right.
Look at American's wing. I think he kind of went through the building, but that's okay. FedEx 830 heavy, runway 36 right, cleared to land. So yeah, these are all pretty
Runway
close
36
here.
right, cleared to land. FedEx 830 heavy.
Right. So he's heading over, so he's crossed the runway. Delta 1149, taxi to terminal, cross runway 36 center. Because yeah, the exec jet will be long gone there. He's already airborne.
Delta 1139.
So we can just get him there, and he's coming to a nice close gate. FedEx 1585, taxi to terminal. FedEx 1585, taxi to terminal. I let the button go too early, and now I have a little bit delay.
FedEx 1585.
Whoops, is he going
Taxi to terminal.
somewhere else?
FedEx 1585.
Well, I don't know. FedEx 1585, cross runway 36 center.
Cross runway 36 center. FedEx
All right.
1585.
So now we are, okay, so he was, I don't know where he was going, but okay. So we'll be good. There's another FedEx, and then, yeah, the United just showed up on the strip. We've got it, then the departure
Memphis Tower. FedEx 434
of
heavy on
the,
final 36 left.
GA. FedEx 434 heavy, runway 36 left, cleared to land. Alright, so the one
Runway
that
36
that
left,
FedEx
cleared to
is
land.
Orlando.
FedEx 434 heavy.
And that FedEx is coming from San Antonio. So we've got one there. We've got 2 there. We don't know where this one's headed to. I think this is the one that's parking over there. So he should, in theory, yeah, there we go. He's turning. Alright, so they're all crossing. Everybody is good. And then once he crosses, I think I can give him clearance to cross. FedEx 1585, cross runway 36 right. Right, and then
Cross runway
yes, he's
36
going
right.
here
FedEx
and
1585.
around as well. So, yeah, I thought he would go up and around, and that way he wouldn't have to cross runways. So that was kind of weird, but whatever. I mean, I could have directed him another way. FedEx 1585, cross runway 27. And that way he's all set.
Cross runway 27. FedEx 1585.
Alright, we have 8 of 21. Because again, we've had the one take off. But at this point, we've got what? 6 planes? No, 5 planes moving around. So that would get us to 13 in total. American 1846, runway 36 center, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Runway 36 center, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 500, contact departure. American 1846.
Right. So yeah, obviously the roadway, several pass-throughs there, because yeah, there's a lot of things, but again, I think this is all built for the cargo, although this runway goes across the center, but I'm wondering if they added that later when they expanded and were like, well, we got room. I don't know. Who knows how this airport got built out, but there we go. So we got 3 FedEx planes. I don't see any leaving. Did it just suddenly get clear? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I would think that's the river. Well, maybe not. Because the river doesn't go all the... Well, it might. I don't know. I mean, it might bend around Memphis. I don't know. Not sure where that is in relation. Alright, so now we have 10 of 21 because we had that one park and that one take off, so we quickly went from 8 to 10. Once we get to 11, we'll be more than halfway.
Ground. United 472 with information Mike, requesting push and start.
United 472, pushback approved, expect runway 36 center. Again, we know he's there in the corner.
Pushback approved, expect
Oh, we
runway
also
36
had that
center.
one park.
United 472.
FedEx 830 Heavy, taxi to terminal, cross runway 27. Right,
Taxi
so
to terminal.
he's...
Cross runway 27.
Alright, so
FedEx
they're
830
going
Heavy.
somewhere close, finally. And then, yeah, we have a lot of arrivals. We do have a GA arrival. But that is after... It just doesn't seem like we have enough, but I assume we do have 21 here. So yes, my average delay right now is 1 second. And when FedEx 1585 parks, we're going to get those other 6 seconds added in. But, yeah. So yeah, we did get to 845 already. So yeah, I was surprised. But yeah, there's a FedEx at 850, then there's this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one departing at 9. And then we have 5 arrivals spread from 9:03 to 9:12. But yeah, we are halfway done. More than halfway done, because that would have been 8:44, I think. So yeah, if this one could park
Memphis
over
ground.
here too.
United 472 ready to taxi.
United 472, runway 36 center, line up and wait.
Runway 36 center, line up and wait. United 472.
FedEx 434 Heavy, taxi to terminal, cross runway 27.
Taxi to terminal. Cross runway 27. FedEx 434 Heavy.
So yeah, I think I vaguely remember that there was a challenge at Memphis with cargo. Alright, so he is kind of going over here, but you know, he's still tucking in. Man, there are a lot of places for planes to be here. They've got to have spots for 50 planes, if not more. That's crazy. Wow. It's a cool airport to have, though. I mean, I keep this in mind, like, doing this airport around Christmas time, it's got to be pretty interesting, I would think. Alright, so we don't have anything happening for a minute and a half. Obviously, we're monitoring our United here, but... Alright, he's going around the scene. It's like he's going here where the other plane went over there. So they're around somewhere. I don't think there's any at the edge of the building. I think they can just go by there. Yeah, this would be an interesting place to work. I mean, the airport itself too, but just the FedEx hub might be intriguing. All right, kind of quiet. Again, we know he's going there. The other one's going way back there, so I think he's going in here, if I remember correctly. That'd be cool, but again, that's not what these games are about. Like, if they actually were doing some things, but you'd see all the activity of unloading the plane and all of that, but we're not going to see that. All right, I think the FedEx is going to park before the United takes off. Because, yeah, he's turning. Oh, we already got 11 of 21, so the one over here parked. All right, so guys, see, he went right there. And then we'll have 12 of 21 when this tag goes away. There we go. So, yeah, but 3 more. We got 1 more FedEx approaching, and then we have 3 more that are due in later. So we're going to have 4 more FedEx planes. United 472, runway 36 center, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. Now this plane is headed to Denver, if you're wondering.
Cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 500.
So,
Contact departure.
maybe some folks
United 472.
going to do some skiing. Who knows? It's always part of the fun and wonder, right? When aviation was new in the 50s and 60s, when it started becoming more to the masses and was like fancy to go flying. It was always like, what faraway place are they going to? So yeah, I think he's going up this route here. I mean, there's just enough room to maneuver around here that as long as, again, the dispatchers set things up right, like, you shouldn't have too many crazy problems. All right, United is throttling up. Now, the other FedEx was 8:50, so they should be calling in very soon, because we're almost 2 minutes past where they should have hit the airspace. There we go. 13 of 21 now. All right. So they are over 500 feet. They are out of our control at this point. All right, and again, he's going like way back, somewhere tucked away over there. So he'll be rolling for a bit. I guess it is straight. I thought he did a little bit of movement, but he didn't. And that is a 7.6 series, so I think not quite as big as
Memphis
the 7.7s.
Tower, FedEx 436 heavy on final 36 right.
FedEx 436 heavy, runway 36 right, cleared to land. And that is Omaha.
Runway 36 right, cleared
So,
to land.
a little bit
FedEx
north,
436 heavy.
kind of near the Mississippi River too, so kind of more of a southerly flight to get here, I would think. But also, I don't think very long. Yeah, it's very weird. Now, again, the other airport that I'm going to look at, I think is going to be even quieter. So, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe that'll be a little bit of just a chat thing, because running them quickly, I don't know. Maybe I will run them quickly just to get through it, but we'll see. But I think it's just a quieter, location, and not every place is Atlanta and Chicago and all those other things, so. All right. So there we go. He's parking. He doesn't have as many containers, although maybe... No, I'm sure that's for the next one over. All right, we are officially 2/3 done. With only one thing active here. Again, nothing happens till 9, which is 5 minutes from now, when we have the last departure calling in. Then it gets a little hot and heavy. From 9:03 to 9:12, we're going to have 5 planes coming in. So it's going to be like rush hour at Memphis, folks. So brace yourselves. In 8 minutes, it goes crazy. So we'll see how everything plans out. But at this point, we'll just kind of look at things. I don't have anything to share. So we'll watch FedEx 436 Heavy come on in. All right, he's just about here. The nice thing is TS3 Assistant does give us detail, so it's just passed below 700 feet, speed 132. So, all right, braking 500 feet. You know, it gives us a position, but I don't think it's in latitude or whatever. I don't know exactly what it is. But yeah, we're 3 minutes away from the other plane calling in. Like heck, at this point, this FedEx could be nearly taxied and parked by the time we get more activity at the airport. But then again, we have just 3 minutes. Because yeah, this break between this plane and the next one is 10 minutes. So if we didn't have other things going on, so 76 feet, 64. So he's just about there. 15 feet, 8, 5, 2, 0. So, and now they're down to 120, 115. This is what happens, you know. I'm sure if the controller at this airport, you'd just be like watching that. 73, below 70. I'm sure he'll exit. Just which way is he going to go? Oh, now he's almost below 50. He is below 50. Yeah, usually 40, 45. There we go. FedEx 436 Heavy. Taxi to terminal, cross runway 27.
Taxi to terminal. Cross runway 27.
Right,
FedEx
so
436
nearby.
Heavy.
At this point, he has a minute and a half. So maybe he won't get there, but we'll see. But yes, my average delay, even though that other plane checked in, is still 1 second. So I've done pretty well. Just messed up a couple arrivals. Both had 6-second delays. So I don't know that it'll go to an average delay of 0, but across 21 planes, 12 seconds, still gonna, I guess, be kind of a second. I don't know. It's not quite below half a second, so yeah, we wouldn't get to see that anyway. All right. So 20 seconds, and like I said, if it's not that plane, I'm going to be flabbergasted. But it'll be November 88 Lima Sierra. And that one, again, as a reminder, is going to Raleigh. I had Raleigh Durham in my head, but
November 88 Lima Sierra with information November. Ready to start.
November 88 Lima Sierra, approved. Expect runway 36 center. So again, we don't say push and start.
Approved. Expect runway 36 center.
Because
November 88 Lima Sierra.
They didn't request push, they just requested start, permission to start. So that's always something that gets easy to mess up when it's super busy, but obviously it's not super busy. Is he not through yet? I guess I'm zoomed in too much. There he is. Alright. But across the runway. So I'm sure when it's really busy, like FedEx probably uses this runway. It's a 9,000 foot runway, so it would work, I think. I assume for everything, but even if it didn't, like it could land the really big ones on
Memphis ground.
36
November
center.
88 Lima Sierra ready to taxi.
See, now it says that, but it's not over there. November 88 Lima Sierra, runway 36 center, line up and wait. I don't think it's going to work.
Runway 36 center. Line up and wait.
Oh, okay.
November 88 Lima Sierra.
I'm surprised, because it hadn't moved the strip over. But, anyway. Because, yeah, with the airport being this dead, they might just take them off here, like go to runway 9 and just leave. But we got time. We still have 14 minutes till our hour's technically done, and again, we're going to land the last plane, so we're waiting until they all get here. He's kind of moving quick. Obviously, he'll go slower once he gets here, but he was chucking along there. But clearly on the apron, he can go quicker. Alright, what do we got? So again, he's going over there. And so this is 15 and 16. And then, again, we've got 5 arrivals. So within 30 seconds, the first one should be coming in. So we've got a GA, a SkyWest, so we've got a passenger plane, but then 3 FedEx deliveries as well. But nothing even scheduled to come in at the same time. There's a 910, 911, 912. Now the only problem is that GA is a Pilatus PC-12, so that's a slow plane. So if the FedExes are behind them, that could be a problem, but we'll see. Now, did he? No, he's still taxiing, he said. Oh, just now. I think he just finished. Yep. Just turned off. But yeah, you don't have a lot of options if you're flying out of Memphis in an hour here. You've had 4 commercial flights that left. We had a United, an American, Southwest. Might just be 3. I don't remember. Doesn't really matter. Right, so now we're at 9:04, because again, between 9:03 and 9:07, we've got 4 minutes, so it's like the last, like in 5 minutes, we have 4 planes arriving in the span of 5 minutes, so they will start going, but right now we've still got a break of 4 minutes, and again, it takes like 2 minutes from the time they arrive in the airspace till we get called at the tower to deal with them. So should be soon, but this is the SkyWest, and it is coming from Houston, and it's just a regional jet, and Embraer 175. So one of the little regionals. But yeah, definitely. And the challenge I think a lot of
Memphis
people
Tower,
have.
SkyWest 5329 on final 36 right.
SkyWest 5329, runway 36 right, cleared to land.
Runway 36 right, clear to land. SkyWest 5329.
So I think the challenge folks have with stuff like this is like they gravitate toward the crazy airports. But the challenge here is, you are you. I mean, you can play this sim multiplayer. I've never done that. I probably should look into maybe seeing how I can get involved. I know that Zap group does some crazy stuff with like really packed schedules and so forth, and that might be interesting to try. But you're running a busy airport with more than one controller. So trying to run a real schedule that way, you have to cut corners because you can't do it any other way. Like if you weighted properly and because that's the thing. I mean, controllers are on different frequencies, speaking at the same time. Ground clearance is one frequency, delivery is another, or ground's another. Then you might have local control, which kind of gets them to do certain things. You'll have tower. So yeah, there's just a lot going on. But yeah, you can see like it's taken a while for him to taxi down there. It's been over 7 minutes since he called in. Which in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it's real life. You're on a plane, you're getting ready to leave. Not a big deal. I mean, he'll probably be airborne in less than 10 minutes from when he called in. So it's pretty quick if you think about visiting the airport where they tell you get there, 2 hours ahead of time. That was always the benefit when I had the blessing with one company to fly on a private jet for some trips. It was cool because you could just show up, walk through the building, get on the plane, and be wheels up like 5 minutes later. So it's kind of crazy. Spoils you for sure. All right, so the other FedEx at 9:07 has been approaching for nearly a minute. And again, we have a 3-minute break. And then we'll have the Pilatus. So I'm going to assume the FedEx is on the other runway, and the Pilatus might be coming in behind the SkyWest. November 88 Lima Sierra, runway 36 center, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. And he'll be airborne very quickly.
Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 500, contact departure. November 88 Lima
So we'll
Sierra.
see. He's 9, 10, 11. So now it looks like and he slowed down a little bit. 14, 15. Now I'm assuming he's throttling up 22, 24. Because this plane should be able to take off at like 60 or 70 knots. So we'll see. Just over 50. 60. 70. I mean, it might be closer to 90, but 80. And there we go. 89 was the last reading I had. And it's airborne. And we're at 16 of 21 at this point.
Memphis Tower, FedEx 693 Heavy on final 36 left.
FedEx 693 Heavy, runway 36 left, cleared to land. As I said, I assume they're going to go for the other runway.
Cleared to land. FedEx 693 Heavy.
Okay, so now nothing has hit approach yet, although we should have the next one approaching in about 10 seconds. Again, in the airspace, so I'll see them on the strip, and I'll see in Tower Companion approaching. There it is, right there. And so this is the Pilatus. Now they're coming in. Yeah, this FedEx is coming in from Miami. Pilatus is coming in from Kilo Echo X-Ray X-Ray. So I don't know. It may be some little thing, but he's still above 6,500 feet. He's going 205 though, so it's faster than I thought. So maybe he won't have any kind of I was worried there might be a bottleneck impact where one of the other planes won't clear as quickly. But we already have, the SkyWest on the ground and nothing behind it. Although, again, I'm going to assume the Pilatus is back there. And it's going to show up on 36 right. So we would have, it's only a 2-minute break between that and the FedEx that I think would be back here on 36 right. But it may put them all over there. I don't know. SkyWest 5329, taxi to terminal, cross runway 36 center.
Taxi to terminal. Cross runway 36 center. SkyWest 5329.
I assume he's just going to go straight across and get to the terminal somewhere. The SkyWest is United? I don't remember. Yeah, he's just... He's going around a good way, which is fine. We got plenty of time. So, 2 approaching, and then in 10 seconds we should have 3 approaching. So we'll see if that really happens. Yeah, see, it's not. We're past 9:12, and it's just showing up as scheduled. But yeah, see, so that's a United... Like United Express is what SkyWest is. That's what it would... Normally, I don't think they were ever called that for ATC. I don't know. But yeah, so I think SkyWest is just one of the companies that operates... or it's a division of United. I don't know.
Memphis Tower, November Nina 40 Tango Whiskey on final 36 right.
November 9er 40 Tango Whiskey, runway 36 right, cleared to land. Right, and yes, the last one was approaching, but it was about 30 to 40 seconds delayed. And it's probably, again, because it's going, like if I go to that one, yeah, so he's coming in at 220, where the Pilatus right now is at 205. So he's like 15 miles an hour faster. And if he's behind him, ATC's got to give him enough separation that he can do that, and go. And again, we got to get all these planes parked and so forth to be complete. But at this point, everything that's left is in airport control.
FedEx 420 Heavy on final 36 left.
FedEx 420 Heavy, runway 36 left, cleared to land. And so yeah, I don't know if
Runway
this other
36
one
left,
will be
cleared
behind.
land. FedEx 420 Heavy.
Will be on 36 left too, or they'll come in on 36 right. I would assume they'll come in on 36 right, but I don't know. But we have 4 of the 5 on the scopes right now, or on the screen, I should say. I mean, they'd be on the scopes too, but we kind of look at the world this way. All right, so that FedEx is just about ready to land. That's the one from Miami. This other one, that 420 that called in, is from Minneapolis. And then Philadelphia is the last one that still has not.
Memphis
There it
Tower,
is.
FedEx 447 heavy on final 36 right.
FedEx 447 heavy, runway 36 right, cleared to land. All right, everything is here.
Runway 36 right, cleared to land.
So SkyWest is going to the
447
first
heavy.
gate. We're going to have the other FedEx start taxiing. And it's just a matter of, again, are they going to nearby gates? Are they going farther? Obviously, that one's going to need to get back to the GA at the back of the airport. FedEx 693 heavy, taxi to terminal, cross runway 27.
Taxi to terminal. Cross runway 27. FedEx 693
Right,
heavy.
so if we go back here, so he's, again, going a good ways back. Not super, super back, but again, he has time. So the SkyWest is parked now. That gets us to 17 of 21. But a lot of things, so let's see. All right, so the Pilatus is still above 1,500 feet. Speed is down to 106. Where again, 447, they're slowing, but they're at 180. So, like they're coming on, so they're gonna land pretty close together. I would assume they're gonna give enough spacing in the sim that it won't be a problem as far as any kind of conflicts, where it's suddenly not like, oh, I've got to leave because the runway isn't vacated, because he's still going 105. The plane behind is now 149, the FedEx. So again, I mean, 50 miles, nearly 50 miles an hour faster. I mean, that's not nothing. And they were really only 2.5 minutes apart, so. And the 420 next to it, yeah, he's 131. So I was going to say, is he going to catch up and land about the same time? Probably not. All right, so the Pilatus is just below 1,000 now. 900. Still about, they're down to 104, so, you know, they shouldn't slow below 70 or something, but they might slow down a bit before they land. And you can kind of hear the plane in the background, which would be the one taxiing in the airport. But yeah, I think that FedEx is getting the one on 36 left seems to be catching up a bit. And they were only technically 1 minute apart, so that would make some sense. Oh, I hear the engine slowing, so I'm assuming he's making some sort of a turn, so maybe he's already turning and going up toward the parking space. That would be quick. Or he's turning from the side taxiway and coming over. All right, he's below 300 feet now. But yeah, you can see that FedEx, they may touch down. The FedEx may touch down before the Pilatus, the way this is going. We're going to change the view a little bit, because this is just interesting at this point. I mean, it looks like the FedEx is lower. Yeah, I mean, his label shrunk, so he did get there first. Crazy. All right, so they're both... Now, I think the Pilatus will be ready for taxi faster, so he'll probably vacate there. He better, because... November 940 Tango Whiskey, taxi to terminal, cross runway 36 center. Okay, get off the runway.
Negative. I'm arrival. November Nina 40 Tango Whiskey.
November Niner 40 Tango Whiskey. Taxi to terminal, cross runway 36 center. I don't know what it thought, but see how close they were?
Taxi to terminal.
That was
Cross
like my
runway 36
concern.
center.
But he's
November Nina
vacated.
40 Tango Whiskey.
FedEx 420 Heavy, taxi to terminal, cross runway 36 center. Whoops. FedEx 420 Heavy, cross runway 27. Ooh, we had an 8-second delay with him.
Taxi to terminal.
Because
Cross
of the
runway
problems.
36 center. FedEx 420 Heavy.
I mean, yeah, there may be a
Cross runway
conflict
27.
on
FedEx
the
420 Heavy.
taxiway, which is a little scary. Hopefully not. I don't need drama. Because, yeah, I don't know when he's going to cross over the GA. All right, so he's clearly going to vacate here. FedEx 447 Heavy, taxi to terminal, cross runway 27. All right, that's good. So he's exiting the
Taxi
other
to
way.
terminal, cross runway 27. FedEx 447 Heavy.
So, yeah, that one's still not there. I was going to say, we got 4. So, I don't have full delivery yet. But yes, at this point now, we're going to have 20 seconds of delay across 21 aircraft. So, we're right up at 1 second apiece. So, he's got to get back here. I'm almost thinking he's going to be the slower one. Maybe not. Because again, it depends. Is he going around the building? Looks like he is. So at this point, we might as well, you know, I'm just going to let it do its thing. I'm not going to fast forward it. We'll, you know, if people want to jump forward, there'll be a chapter thing with the wrap-up or whatever. But we've enjoyed the slow pace of Memphis. We're going to enjoy the slow pace of Memphis till we're done. Now, again, I don't know where 420 Heavy is going, so we're going to have to keep an eye out a little bit because he may come across. No, doesn't look like it, so I guess he might go there, and again, hopefully he just pulls in and parks and is done. All right, so the one in the back is done. Because now we're down to 3 left. So he's there. But yeah, we could do so many more planes. Nope, he'll park quickly, but yeah, he's going right over there. So at least where he landed was good. They didn't have to crisscross or anything. Alright, he's still there. He's already crossed. So, we'll see who's the last one, but I didn't think there was any room behind him, but clearly he's going to park next to him there, I think, is where he's headed. So, it's a bit crazy, but you know, maybe later in the day they've got the closer ones coming in. I don't know. But there we go. So 19 of 21. He's headed that way. He's finally crossing. And again, I do think there will be you know, there'll be a good amount. Like once he gets into the space, he'll move. And I don't remember if this was a super fast taxiway. He seems to be going a little quicker. Yeah, he's going 20, where the FedEx plane is going 15. So maybe he'll make it, because again, he's got to get all the way around the edge of the building there. Although it sounds like the FedEx plane sped up. Yeah, he's now going 30. Probably because he's tucked away a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully we'll have unlocked the cargo achievement. We'll be in the bronze range. I'm assuming we need 50 at least. It might take us to 100 to get to the next spot. Alright, so he's here. Yeah, I'd be floored if the FedEx gets there first, so I'm just going to keep an eye on him, and then we'll watch the FedEx plane in the end. I'm sure, hopefully by then, he'll be at the end of the building and moving to the back somewhere. But I think once he breaks through here, he'll be able to go quicker. So let's see. It's 13, 15... he's still just 20, but, you know, and it's, you know, there's a big space here, so he could go for a little ways. Don't know where it's going to park him. He's slowing down now, so I assume he's very close to parking. He may just park right there. I don't know. He's only going 4. There we go. A little bit of a turn. Now he's speeding up again. 10, 11, and now they're slowing down, so he's probably really close. I probably went right where the other plane left from. So, there we go. All right, 20 of 21. Now let's go see where FedEx is. All right, he's around the back. It's just, again, a question of, is he going to, you know, come all the way down here? Or are they going to park him? Does he have a gate assignment that's closer than that? Yeah, even if it told me, I don't know that I would know. But yeah, he's going 12, 13, so he's speeding up, but although now he just went back to 11, so. I think I see arrows there, because, again, I think they're the only plane selected, so I'm guessing they'll turn, they'll park. Yep. So they're doing their thing. So we'll move this over here, and we'll see it happen when it happens. So obviously we can't tell, but there we go. That's how it works. Now here, we'll exit to the menu, and there, session complete. Here's how we did, 100% complete. And if we go to the log, we're still level 32. But yes, we got the car. Oh, wow, we got to get to 250. Holy moly. We just had to get to 25 to do it. But, all right, so we got to do some work. We're supersized is only 100. Now, again, I don't think Memphis. Okay, I don't know that I've found that one. I don't think I have that unlocked. I'm pretty sure I haven't done it anywhere before, but I'm not sure. Memphis. It's possible it doesn't have a thing? Right. I do not think KMEM has an achievement. I've looked through the list like 4 times. But if you have not liked or subscribed, please consider that, and I will see you next time.